Hi, everyone. This is Coach Shannon from You Matter Life Coach. And tonight we're going to do a virtual mastermind training program for John Maxwell. It's how to be a real success. And so tonight I'm just going to give you some tips and some tools and just some information to really help you to move you forward in life. And some areas where you feel stuck, you might not feel like you're doing your best, or you can improve. And just some fundamental principles that you could think of and maybe apply them to your life. So I have all this knowledge, but the thing is you have to share it. And that's what I'm going to do tonight. So this is my house. This is kind of like my study area. This is my den. All the pictures in the background, that's of the family. And over there is, that way, sorry. God bless this home. So if you want, let's go ahead and begin. So we have a lot of stuff to cover tonight. And if every once in a while you can give me a thumbs up, you can hear me very well. If you can't hear me very well, I can adjust the volume. And I really just want to talk with you tonight to get real, because how can you be a success if you're not real? And so with your permission, we're going to get real tonight. But before we begin, I got to show you something. Yep. You matter. Yay. Anyway, I love you guys. You know how much you matter to me. Okay. So John Maxwell, a lot of people don't even know who he is. So with your permission, I'm just going to kind of give you a little bit of details of who John Maxwell is and what is he about and what's a John Maxwell team member. So John Maxwell was a pastor for 25 years and is a author of over 100 million books sold. And a lot of his books, believe it or not, were being purchased by the secular region. So his publisher said, hey, you're touching a broader audience. You could extend your leadership development to so many people. So why don't you? And then later on throughout the years, John Maxwell and Paul Martinelli grew into a business, the John Maxwell team. So now we have 6 core teachings that we can give and train people on that will help them better in their life, better in leadership, and personal and professional growth. So it's pretty cool to kind of watch everything that came out about just his little portion and how it exploded into a bigger realm of everything. And he is the real deal. He is creating a lasting legacy. And to witness him in action, to see him touch lives firsthand, see how he touched my own life with just his words and how he communicated, made me want to not just gravitate towards his books and purchase them all, but then also I wanted to apply that to my life and to others. And that's why I became a John Maxwell team member. So tonight we're going to talk about how to be a real success. And a lot of people are like, real, capital letters. What does that mean? So it's relationships, it's equipping, attitude, and leadership. And that's what we're going to dive in today. So you ready to begin? You ready to have some fun? I'm ready, and I have all my notes right here. Yay! So every once in a while, I'll look down. So my apologies. I don't have it memorized. I'm growing and learning myself into what I want to be as a real success as well. So success. Before you can understand it and apply it to your life, you have to know what it is. And what is success? What does success mean to you? It has many different forms and flavors, but in reality, success falls and fails on leaders. And you could be a real success, or you could be a hot mess of a success of a leader. But it all depends on what you think is real. So for success for the John Maxwell team, there's 3 fundamentals that he has used in his life and what he's kind of told other people what success means to him. And for the John Maxwell Foundation principles of it for itself. So really, success is knowing your purpose in life. Most people wander aimlessly throughout life, not knowing really how to use their gifts, their talents, and doing things that they really don't want to do. So they end up wasting their life in a dead-end job or a dead-end relationship, or just dead. You know, they feel empty because they don't have anything that they're striving for, they're dreaming of, their purpose is missing. And so if I could ask anything of you in this world, I would ask, get out a piece of paper, write down what it is that makes you smile, what gives you joy, what gives you purpose and meaning in life. And then from that, you can understand a little bit about why you're here and why you're created and what you're supposed to achieve in life, but then also help others achieve the ripple effect. So success begins, number 1, with knowing your purpose in life. And then the second thing is growing into your maximum potential. Are you living or are you thriving in life? Most people do the same thing day in and day out. They're just living. They're going to work. They're doing a couple of things here and there. They're not really satisfied. They don't have much joy. They feel empty. They're not living to their greatest potential. They're setting for mediocrity, I should say. Wrong word. They're setting for average. They're not achieving the excellence and greatness that they were created and made to be. They're not striving in life and achieving all the dreams that they're capable of. They're not reaching their maximum potential. Because why? It's a little bit hard. It's a little bit scary. So in the end, they're settling. We are not made to settle. We are made for greatness. We are made to strive in life and thrive in every capacity that we are known for and what we dive in for. And everything that we do, whether it be relationships, our Christianity, our work, we need to thrive and strive in life. We don't need to settle and just live. Living a life is kind of sad. You're more than that and you're better than that. So success is thriving in life, not just living. Another thing is sowing seeds into the benefit of others. When's the last time someone fundamentally changed your life for the good, that encouraged you to chase your dreams, that challenged you to do the hard stuff, that was there when you were at your lowest moment, that picked you up and said, you know what, you might have fallen down 7 times, but you're going to stand up 8 and I'm going to be by your side? When's the last time someone called you out and said, what are you doing with your life? Why are you watching TV nonstop and eating bonbons? You keep talking about doing the half marathon, but you're not doing anything about it. Oh, you want to get your degree, but you're sitting there and watching TV. Or you're looking at trashy magazines. What are you doing in your life? And how are people thriving and communicating and touching you in ways that will make you want to do different things? So you have an option. You can be around those dead-end people, those dead-end relationships, or you could actually do something with your life and choose to give life-giving people in your life. People that encourage you, people that challenge you, people that hold you accountable. And that's what when people do it to you, actually have to do it in return. You have to sow the seeds into others. Life is not about just me, 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 me. Life is about us. We're a team. We're all in this crazy, dark world together. And each of us can be the light if we help others. One flicker of a candle can start a chain reaction of beauty. That's sowing the seed into others. And that's, friend, what success looks like. So for John Maxwell, there's 3 principles. And I want to go over them with you one more time so you can understand them. Know your purpose in life. Grow into your maximum potential. You're not average. And then sow the seeds into others. It's not about you. It's about being kind and helping others. It's about starting a forest of strength, not just being a tree. So now that you know John Maxwell's really fundamental principles of being a success, what does a real success look like? Let's actually talk about the real nitty-gritty of it all. Relationships, equipping, attitude, and leadership. And one thing that he says that's kind of funny, people don't go along with you until they get along with you. Friend, if you can't be by yourself and have a good time, then there's a problem. If you can't look into the mirror each day and say, I'm happy with who I am, the good, the bad, the ugly, then we need to talk about that. We need to change a few things. If you can't be joyous and joyful with you, there's a situation we need to work on and deal with. Peel back the onions, get to the core, because before you can get others to do stuff and others to want to be around you and your light, you need to first like yourself. So now that we kind of understand a little bit about that, let's talk about relationships, the R for how to be a real success. So relationships are, people don't care about how much you know until they know about how much you care. So let me ask you a question. Who's your closest friend and why? Let's take a pause and think about it. It could be your best friend, it could be your spouse, it could be yourself. Okay, you got that person in your mental mind. Now why? Why is that person your closest friend? Why is that person someone that you trust? that you care for, that you hold dear to your heart? It's because you share something. There's a similarity there. There's a bond that forges a relationship that makes you kind of compatible in ways that other people might not get or understand, but y'all understand. So that relationship matters to you. And as a result, you want to do good things for that person because they do good things for you. It's the golden rule, people. Do unto others as you want done unto you. So relationships. So when you can distinguish between a good relationship and a bad relationship, that's something that will put you over the edge. So let me explain. So imagine, like, here's my Coke. I should be drinking water right now, but I'm drinking a Coke. Okay. So imagine this is a container, okay? And in this container, you have all of these beautiful, golden, delicious, red crisp, honey crisp, Gala, Granny Smith, whatever kind of apple is your favorite. Mine right now is the golden, delicious green apple. Okay, so you have all of these apples, and they're beautiful and wonderful. And then somewhere in the mix, there's kind of an apple that's rotten a little bit. Maybe it was left in the sun, or it's just a little nasty. Over time, that bad apple is going to kind of extend out and slowly rot all the good apples. And over time, those apples will no longer be good. Somehow, some way, they might all be damaged or destroyed or destructed in some way, all because of that one bad apple. So let me explain. Your friends make a huge impact in your life. Your spouse, your family make a huge impact in your life. The colleagues make a huge impact in your life. The things you read, the things you watch in the news, the things you listen to on the radio, the things that you surround yourself make an impact in your life. So fundamentally, at a core, you will begin to morph and change into those people that are solely like around you, or what you do in all your extracurricular activities. So you might think, I'm a moral character, I'm of integrity, I'm of excellence. Nothing's going to penetrate me. I am who I am, and I'm not going to allow anything. Over time, friend, it does. You might slip and say that curse word. You might extend a look at a beautiful lady a little bit too long. You might think of other people in a bad way. You might allow people to hurt your integrity by just going along with an action, even though you fundamentally don't believe with it. What you put in your mind and who speaks into your mind play a role in your relationships. So I ask you to guard yourself. Guard yourself with people that will hold you accountable, people that will encourage you to become your best, people that don't want you to settle. They'll say, dude, what are you doing with your life? Why are you doing the same thing you were 5 years ago? You haven't done anything. You haven't grown. You haven't made a difference. What are you doing to impact? What are you doing to make this world know you even existed? What is this legacy that you're going to leave behind? What are you doing that means something? Those are the people that you need to have in your life. That's the relationships you need to hold dear. If someone isn't growing with you or asking you to grow or cheering you on to grow, and they're just staying level, then friend, you don't need to be around them. The high school friends are great, but if you're the same person you were in high school 20 years ago, then what are you doing with your life that has mattered and meant something? So going now into relationships, here's a couple principles that you could apply for yourself and then also apply for your life. Going forward, you need to love and accept yourself. The first person you need to get along with in this world is you. If there's some things that you need to come to terms with on your past, forgive yourself for the mistakes that you've made, some of the life hard lessons that you didn't apply, you need to first get right with yourself and love yourself. Nobody's perfect. You're going to mess up, but you need to forgive yourself. Sure, like I look in the mirror and I run and I got cellulite underneath my butt. You know what? I need to be okay with that because I know I'm beautifully and wonderfully made, flaws, cellulite, and all. I even had crooked teeth, but I need to love me. I need to understand that no matter what happens in life, I'm trying to better myself than I was the day before. That's about loving and accepting yourself. Now put your energy into being likable. You know, all those people that are the Debbie Downers, the complainers, the gossipers, the woe is me people, the people that never smile, the people that are like energy vampires, sucking your energy and the life out of you. Dude, put the energy into being liked. That means letting go of everything else, all the yuckiness, and then putting in the joy and the glory of you. Smile a little bit more, even if you have to fake it till you make it. And trust me, I've smiled a lot when I really didn't want to because I don't have a poker face and sometimes I don't like what people do, but I gotta fake it till I make it. I have to put the energy into being liked. I have to go a little bit above and beyond and extend the high. Open up the door. Let people know that they matter. Be a little kind. Another thing, remember people's names. One thing I learned 23 years ago is your name matters. There's only one Paige Blevins in the whole world. There's only one Melanie McQueen Taylor. There's only one James Manders, Jimbo. There's only one Katie. Your name stands for something. There's only one of you in the world with your name, your gifts, your talents, your blessings, your experiences, your demographics, who you are fundamentally. There's only one of you in the world. Make sure your name is honorable and it has integrity. So when they think of your name, they think of a person that says, wow, that's a good person. That's a kind person. I want to be like that person. You can always try to be like people, but in the end, you have to own who you are in your name. Make sure your name matters, and make sure when people speak your name, they speak it of the highest honor possible. There's only one of you in the world. Know that. Another thing is, request the help of others. You are not an island. You can't do everything by yourself. Trust me, I try to be superwoman and I try to do so much. My civilian job, my military job, a wife, the church, softball, a dog, neighbors. I try to do everything. And a little bit, it's overwhelming. I barely ask for help, but when I do ask for help, people know that I need something. I need assistance, and it's sincere and it's real. And when I do, they come out of the woodworks. So it's okay to ask for help. It's okay to be vulnerable and say, I can't do it all. That's what life's about. It's teamwork. It's connectivity. It's helping each other get beyond the darkness and destruction and then just the despair of it all. Sometimes you can just say and be honest, man, I'm having a bad day. You want to go get a cup of coffee and talk it out? I know I've done that several times. I'm doing a coffee date tomorrow with 3 of my girlfriends. And you know what? One girl has issues, another girl has issues, another girl has issues, I have issues. It's okay to ask for help and talk it out. That's why real relationships matter. Okay. This is the last thing I want to leave with. It's kind of cool for relationships. Follow the 101% rule. So what does that mean? There's a lot of times you won't like somebody, and many times people won't like you. So this is what I challenge you to do. With that person that you really don't care for or they don't care for you, somehow find that 1% of connectivity. It could be anything. It could be from liking chocolate road ice cream, Rocky Road ice cream, whatever. I don't eat ice cream, so whatever. It could be you know how to spell THE. Find that 1% that you share a common bond with and decide to give your 100% effort and to make in some kind of relationship with that person. Despite the fact that you don't like them, despite the fact that you might have issues with them, focus on that 1% and give it your 100%. And you know what? Over time, things might turn around as a U-turn, a 180, and you might end up being best buddies with that person and getting a real relationship with each other. So 100%. And then also, I challenge you for yourself to become a real person. Get some books. Get some audio tapes on your downtime. Instead of going on your Facebook looking, really do a TED talk or a growth development talk, because that's the only way that you're going to apply a better you into a better someone else. So bad company corrupts good character. Remember that, and the golden rule. So that's relationships. I hope you understand relationships, real. Next is equipping. So this is kind of interesting, equipping. What am I doing right now? I'm equipping. I'm taking the knowledge that I've been applied, and now I'm equipping you with it. So therefore you can then go apply to others. So if you don't remember anything else at all, what you do on a daily basis could be equipping someone for the positive or equipping someone for the negative. So let me explain. A lot of leaders out there, and we've known a lot of bad leaders. Don't be a bad leader, please. Be a good leader. We've known a lot of leaders that think of me. How do I get ahead? How do I do things? How do I get recognized? And they got it wrong. That's not what a leader is. Managers solve problems. Leaders change lives. A manager is all about, the numbers, the results, the mission, which is great. But without getting the people to do the job, the mission is going to be done, but it's not going to be done well. It's not going to be done with a joyful heart. So a leader actually changes the me vision to a we vision. Bringing the team together, learning about them, learning their strengths, their weaknesses, their disc profile, learning fundamentally who they are as people, what motivates them, what makes them strive for excellence, what makes them mad, what makes them laugh, what makes them cry. They get to know that person. And then over time, people come together and forge a relationship to accomplish that mission together. And that's what the beauty is. It's not about me doing great things. It's about us doing great things. No person in the whole world has ever done success by themselves. Even if someone says, I did it all by myself. I became a vice president. I became the CEO. I created Facebook. Who cares? You had people along the way that helped you. That's the me to we vision mentality that you have to apply. So a lot of times, I'll be honest, this is where we're going to get real right now. A lot of times leaders fail in equipping. You know why? And I'm going to give you 7 reasons why. And I challenge you not to be one of those crappy leaders. I challenge you to be a good leader, because we have very few good leaders in this world. And you are a good leader. So don't be lazy with what I'm about to tell you. Okay. Most people that equipping functionality, it's hard because I'll give you a funeral director joke. You ready? Okay, it's hard. So you had the CEO that John Maxwell had worked with, and he was in charge of 1,000 lives, and he was making money. He was dealing with people. He was making impacts all over the world. And a couple years later, he had saw this person, and he was a funeral director. And John Maxwell was like, "What are you doing? Why are you a funeral director? You were doing so much good with all these people." And the funeral director goes, "Man, as much as I was dealing with all these people and making great things happen, it was hard. The personal issues, the professional issues, it was draining on me. So now as a funeral director, I deal with dead people that don't complain and have problems." And I thought that was funny and interesting, but it's real and it's relevant. You know why? Because leadership is hard. You're going to have to go the extra mile. You're going to have to go and do the extra time. You're going to have to do the extra costs and the pay, the mentoring. You're going to have to look less within and look more without. And a lot of people don't want to do that, or can't, or don't know how. So I challenge you, don't be a leader that does that. Look for the hard and then do it. You were made for a reason. You're not average. You're made to help others. So another things leaders do, they look at people and they underestimate people's ability. They're like, that person can't do it as good as I, or that person's not trained. So it takes a little bit more time to get to know that person. So initially they underestimate them, therefore they don't equip them. So I challenge you, don't look at, the cover of the book. Get to open up the book, know the book, and then equip them going forward. We enjoy doing it ourselves. Guilty. Me, me, me. I love doing stuff. I love working. I love achieving. I love, like how it makes me feel at the end of the day, knowing I did something of significance. But a leader needs to stop. It's not fair to the people they're leading. They have to empower people. They have to train their replacement. They have to trust people. They have to allow other people to feel that joy themselves. So as much as I love doing things and getting things done, GSD, get stuff done, I have to empower other people to do it too. That's only fair and right thing to do. Another thing is it's an ego strength. A lot of people do things to get that award, to get that strat, to get that title, to get the bank account, the car. It's all about, look at me, look at me. It's not about you. Let go of the ego. Pride leads to destruction. You know what? Let the ego go. It's not about you. It's about the goal, and it's about others more than yourself. And when you understand that, you'll be humbled in the beautiful fact of helping people do their best. Okay, habits. Dude, what you do on a daily basis affects who you are. If you have bad habits, if you have uncontrollable habits, if you have good habits, whatever, habits portray who you are as a person. Therefore, as equipping others, if you have bad habits, that's going to go into the habits of others. So ensure that your habits of your integrity, your daily service, who you are fundamentally, your moral character, actually creates a growth habit for other people. Control. A lot of people, and I used to be one of them when I, probably about 20 years ago. Control gives me security. Control gives me joy. Control, I know what's going to happen, and I'm not going to allow anyone else to take my control. As a leader, you have to slowly, or rip the Band-Aid off, whatever you portray and want. You have to let it go. You have to let your control go. You have to empower others. Okay. And then you just don't know the potential around you because you're looking down your phone. You're looking at, what's next for you. You're looking at your bucket list. You're looking at your goals. You're not looking around you. Most people fail because they're looking down than looking out. So I encourage you to look out and then look up. Okay. So build others up and watch everything multiply. It's kind of cool. We're running short on time, or I would give you the story about Mount Everest. So I'll just give you this quick story. So you're climbing Mount Everest, right? And you think you can do it by yourself? Yeah, no. You can maybe climb that hill. You could maybe climb a 14-miler, but you can't climb Mount Everest alone. There's stages, there's people, there's hands that will get you from the bottom to the top. There's training. There's so many facets of climbing Mount Everest. So that's about equipping. Equipping is the teamwork, the strategy, the planning, the development. Everything that you could think of goes into equipping. And so that's how you make teamwork happen. It's by tactical work, operational strength, and strategic thinking. And that's when you bring everyone into the room and brainstorm together about what it is we want to do in tomorrow, and the next month, and the next year. You have to have dreams. So I ask you, what is your dream? I never had a dream until maybe like 5 years ago. What's your dream? Do you want to be the best mom? Do you want to be the best coach? Do you want to be the best officer? The best leader? Or just the best person? Like, what do you want to accomplish in life? What do you want to say that you achieved and did? I ask you to ask yourself, what is your dream? And then, who's on your team? It's kind of cool. So you have a dream. Then how are you going to make the dream happen? Are you going to have a core group of people? Or are you going to have A lot of people, because the bigger the dream, the bigger the team. How are you going to make it happen? How are you going to make a dream become reality? You can't do it by yourself. You need people that are in your corner, holding you accountable, encouraging you, equipping you to move forward. It's all about your dream and your team. It's equipping. Write it out. Bad team equals a nightmare. That's true. And a good team equals a beautiful, beautiful dream and reality. So equipping. Okay, so we're getting there. Now we're on attitude. Dude, I love attitude. If you can, most people know me. I smile a lot. I laugh a lot. I can't tell a joke and I can't sing. But man, I have joy in my heart. Happiness is an emotion. Joy is a belief. Happiness is fleeting. You could have a great day, a bad day. Happiness comes and goes. But joy is constant. Joy is your hope. Joy is your foundation. Attitude is a choice. You can choose to look at things in a negative manner, or you can choose to look at things that will say, you know what? The rain is out. I didn't get that job. I got fired. I lost my relationship. I lost, a loved one. I dropped my baby and he broke his arm on accident. So many things can be so hard. Life is hard. There's death on a daily basis. There's fires. There's tornadoes. There's hurricanes. There's people in Puerto Rico that still don't have power and water. There's people being persecuted for their fundamental spiritual beliefs. Yet they can still choose to have joy, even if their circumstances don't give them any light and they're living in the dark. Attitude matters. Who you are on the outside is a great or a horrible thing, but it stems from the inside. Everything could be bad in the world, but you could have a great attitude and know the sun will shine again. The rain will eventually stop. Night will go away and the sun will rise. Morning will rise. Joy comes in the morning. Attitude. You could have been hurt by some people and lost something so meaningful to you, and then still choose to forgive those people and carry on through that brokenness and that hurt and that loneliness and that despair. And you can still have a smile. Trust me, you know my story. I didn't have a mom and a dad. They divorced when I was 2 weeks old. My sister ended up in prison. We lived in my mom's car. We were broke before. We had horribleness in my life. Yet I always had a good attitude. Even as a young child, I chose to make my life in a joyful manner despite all the pain. And I had a lot of pain. So a happy person is not a person with a certain set of circumstances, but rather a certain set of attitudes. So your ambitions, your skills, your attitude towards people, your attitude towards excessive demands of your time and energy, all of these being equal, all the things coming at you, the busyness of life that you can't control. It could be a qualifier or disqualifier, but it's your choice in the matter. You can choose to smile and say, you know what, life sucks right now, but I'm going to be okay, because you are. Believe it, you will. Over time, it will heal. Over time, you will overcome, and over time, you will achieve. You know why? Because you're awesome. And you're here and created for a purpose and a reason. So no matter what, know that. There's only one of you in the world that's going to achieve your purpose in life. You've been gifted with things that no other person has. You're an overcomer. Despite the pain and the hardship, you can have a good attitude. So, this is kind of cool. You ready? The major difference between successful and unsuccessful people is how they think. So when you change your thoughts and perspective in life, you will change your life. Yep, that's good. Okay, so there's one verse that I read in the Bible sometimes, and it helps me out a lot. So Philippians 4:8, and I know I'm going on the Bible, and I'm a believer, so I'm just going to say this. Fix your thoughts on what is true, what is honorable and right, and pure and lovely and admirable. Think about things that are excellent and worthy of praise. So you have a choice in the morning when you wake up. You can choose your day. You can choose your circumstance. And friend, let me tell you, you can choose your attitude. So that's REA. Whoop. One more, leadership. Now this is where I get so excited. I'll close up on my teeth. Sorry. Who do we have on? Hey, Paige. Hey, I love you. You're going to be a future general. Melanie, my longtime friend. Jimbo. Yep. Katie. You know how I feel about you, Katie. You're a beautiful leader with so much magic about you. Amber, man, you have a life of greatness ahead of you. You've done so many things in your career. I'm so proud to be your friend. Karen, Air Force buddy, what's up? Okay, here we go. Leadership. This is the end that makes everything come together. Think of like a donut with cream in the middle. This is the cream, or an Oreo cookie. You know, you have the things on the end and the beautiful, good, yummy stuff in the middle. Leadership. Okay, everything rises and falls on leadership. So you can have a bad leaders in your life, or you could have good leaders. And I've talked to you about, a bad leader. When I was enlisted, I won the John Levitt Award. My commander wasn't even there. Isn't that sad? Now, I had a good leader that said, what do you want to do with your life? I'm like, I don't know, I'm 21. He's like, well, what you do at 21 is going to set you up at 25. We'll set you up for 30. We'll set you up for 40. What you do today changes your tomorrow and the trajectory of your future. And I thought about that, and I was like, wow, that's so true. This commander breathed life into me in so many ways of my decision making, my empathy for others, for my encouragement, my personal growth. This commander was a leader among leaders. Because why? He cared about me. They always say, people don't care about how much you know until they know about how much you care. Do people know how much you care? When's the last time you picked up that phone call and called your friend or your family or a loved one and says, I just want to let you know, thank you for being in my life. You made a difference. When's the last time you did a handwritten card to someone just out the blue? When's the last time you got a handwritten card, and how did that make you feel? When's the last time, someone just encouraged you to chase your dreams? There's so many bad things in life, but there could be some good, and leadership is the good. So, law of the lid. There's one thing John Maxwell talked to us about the leadership laws. And imagine here is a lid, right? And this is a leadership law. So you've done great things in your life, and you've got your bachelor's degree, you've achieved great success, you've got your dream job. There's all kinds of different things. Yet you have several people underneath you, right? And you're supposed to get them to grow to another level. But then you have people underneath you, right, that kind of maybe surpassed you. They have a master's, but you have a bachelor's. They have started 5 companies when you only run 1. They've had 6 of their dream jobs and impacted thousands of people. You as this leader right here is stagnating their growth, stagnating their potential. They will never be more than what you're capable of providing. So a leader needs to recognize self-awareness of what they can bring to their table, what they are doing to better themselves. How are they able to grow others? And then as a result, they need to decide, am I impacting or helping or hurting people from their growth? And sometimes a leader has to make a tough decision. They might need a sidestep so that other people underneath them can grow into their maximum potential, their fullest, most beautiful potential possible. You as a leader need to know your lid. What are you capable of? What can you bring to the table? What is your best attribute, your best strength, and your weakness? You need to do some self-awareness and some self-understanding of who you are as a person, your emotional IQ, your emotional intelligence, your actual intelligence as a whole, your mental, your common sense, your ability to communicate with others. In every area, just examine who you are and what can you bring to the table. So as a leader, you're never going to hurt anyone else for growing to who they're supposed to be, because you might be blocking them. And that's what a leader does. A leader recognizes their potential. And if they are blocking them, instead of sidestepping, they could also have someone else mentor them so they can grow. That's the beauty of the lid. It's kind of cool, right? I love that. Okay, so we can shortcut the idea of leadership. So imagine going to a fast food line, right? And you're ordering, when's the last time I went to fast food? I don't eat fast food. I think it's gross. McDonald's, okay. And you go in there and get a Whopper or a Big Mac, whatever they have. And you go in there and you go through the drive-thru, and 5 minutes later you have your food. Okay, leadership's not like that, dude. Leadership is like a gourmet meal. It takes time to grow into the leader you're supposed to be. It's the things that you read, the things that develop yourself, your time, your sacrifice, your investment in who you are and your growth is what makes you a leader. So leadership doesn't happen overnight. It takes time. There's some learning lessons. There's some mistakes to be made. There's some things that you need to learn. There's some people you need to ask for mentorship. That's what it is. It's about not just leading other people, but it's also learning to lead yourself in a way that's conducive to your growth. And that could be from, like I said, the people in your life, the books you read, the things you listen to. It's about an effort. Don't microwave your leadership. That's going to get you nowhere fast. You need to crockpot it, right? I love crockpots, by the way. Okay, so it takes time, sacrifice, investment, discipline, effort, connection, and all the ingredients, meaning the books, the people, the podcasts that are in your life. Leadership is an investment. So I challenge you and ask of you wholeheartedly, invest in yourself while you invest in people. There's one life to live. And if you live your life right, and you've lived your life to the fullest of your potential, and you can look at yourself in the mirror at the end of the day knowing that you did a good job, that you had excellence, that you tried your best, that you did a well done, then man, you're investing in yourself. And in the end, it's going to be a ripple effect, because that investment in yourself is going to go out to other people. And you're going to change and transform some lives in a way that you can't even comprehend or understand, because it's real and it's relevant and it's needed. We have so many bad leaders out there. We need a good leader. You are the good leader. I believe in you. I validate you. I challenge you to grow into your best, because when you grow into your best and be your best, then you're going to do your best for others. And that's what matters. Boom. I love this stuff. And one thing I wanted to say here too, this is the Bible verse that I saw, 1 Timothy 4:12. Don't let anyone look down on you because you're young, but set an example for the believers in speech and conduct and love and faith and purity. Since 1999, I've been in a lot of positions where I've been 10 years younger than most of the people I work with. And many times they've looked at me and like, what is this young buck going to bring to the table? And a lot of times they didn't even give me an effort. They kind of set me aside. Just because you're young doesn't mean you have anything less to offer than what an older person has. Age is a number. Experience and commitment and worthiness and belief will take you so far. So don't let anyone ever speak down to you. Don't anyone anchor you into a belief that you don't bring anything to the table, because age is a number. And that makes me sad when people do that. In my life, I've been blessed with some really good people that told all these other people to stop. Let's watch what they have to offer. Let's see if her words meet her actions. And you know what? And if they don't, let's help her, equip her into becoming a better leader. So one thing I wanted to talk about. Okay, so we're almost done. Okay. The secret to our success is discovered in our daily agenda. This is my daily agenda. I'll just go ahead and tell you really quick. Okay. I wake up at 5:45. Yep. I use the bathroom. I get in my running clothes. I will go run 4 miles. I'll get back. I may walk the dog. If Christian doesn't walk the dog, I'll get ready, showered, maybe make his lunch, maybe make my lunch, and then get ready, go to work, and then work a full day. And then when I get home, I'm walking the dog, making something for dinner, and then Christian and I have date night on Saturday nights. Friday night I have softball. I love my softball teams. And then Wednesday I have Bible study or some kind of growth study with my girls. And then I may have some kind of leadership or extracurricular activities. And then at nighttime, Christian and I are spending time together, watching a movie, maybe having a glass of wine, and going to bed. Yep, I live a very boring life, but it's a very fulfilling life for me because I'm constantly applying myself. I'm constantly reading good stuff. I don't watch any. Christian gets mad at me. I'm just going to be honest. There's many times he'll watch a movie or get a movie, and there's some profanity going on. And I'm like, hey, babe, I can't watch this. And he's like, ugh, we can't watch anything. I'm like, okay, well, do you want to go play some cards or just talk? And that's a decision. A very strong decision that I choose because what I put in my mind on a daily agenda, what I do will impact who I am. So I choose not to let that profanity, not to let that grossness destroy my thinking. I want good thinking. I want good vocabulary. I want to be able to say things that I feel that are appropriate, and I don't have to say a curse word to prove my point. Your words and your actions should be aligned. You can't tell someone who you are. Got to show them, right? Okay. So a goal as a leader is what you do for others. So challenge the process. If you're just content with something and you can see something done in a better way, a more effective way, a more lean way, Lean Six Sigma, go ahead and, bring up a point. Don't be rude, but, think of, hey, have you ever thought about this? How you speak actually matters. Don't be like a beehive, you get more honey bees, not vinegar. So challenge the process in a very good manner that allows people to say, maybe we didn't think about this. So it's always a two-way conversation, not a one-way. Okay, inspire a shared vision. Isn't that kind of cool? So like right now, this is my vision. I want to be a John Maxwell coach. I want to go out there and train others. I want to equip them. And, I'm looking right now, intentional living, how to be a real success, daredevil dreaming. I'm looking at my books right now, how to influence people. I want to actually go out there and, help people. People don't have the money. People don't have the time. But just going out there, that's my vision. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm sharing my vision with you. And I might not even be doing this right. I might not even be making sense. But at least I'm trying. And that's one thing. If you're not trying, then you're not living. It's okay to fail. Because at least it means you tried. And we need more people to try in life. Okay. Enable others to act. Motivate people to move forward. I'm constantly the multitasker in this world. I kid you not. I'm on my phone sending, if something comes to my mind, I'm constantly sending a text, sending a gift, a handwritten card. I'm letting people know that they matter in this world. I'm letting people know that who they are means something to me. I'm letting them know that, their dreams should be validated, that I believe in them. I'm inspiring them to move forward. I met Katie at the John Maxwell team training, and she had shared, some personal stuff with me, and we prayed right there. And I was like, I know God has big plans for you. I know he's going to use you in bigger and better ways. You might be hurting and painful right now in this situation, but man, there's going to be something good that comes out of this. And oh my gosh, you should see the success story that came out of this. I inspired her in some small way when she needed this the most. So I encourage you to do the same. If someone comes to your mind, pick up a phone, send them a text. Let them know, hey, I was just thinking of you. What you said the other day or what I saw on Facebook, it really got my attention. Wow, that's awesome. You can do it. Be encouraging. We need more of it. Goodness, we need more of it. Okay, and then model the way. People don't like the marshmallow man. Fluff. Gets on my nerves. Flattery gets you nowhere. People know when you're genuine. People know that you care. People know that, you're not just asking the questions just for random of conversation, that you're asking because you're genuinely interested. So model the way what integrity looks like. Model the way what excellence looks like. Model the way of what words and actions align mean. Model what good leadership looks like. It's going to be hard, but anything worth hard is worth doing. Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither was leadership. You're never going to get that $1 million bank account when you're doing a minimum wage work ethic. I love that. You're never going to get that $1 million dream if you're living and doing a minimum wage work ethic. Do not put yourself in the clearance rack. Get yourself off. You need to put yourself at full price. You know why? Because you need to know that. And I was serious just now. You need to know that. You need to model the way of what all these principles mean, or all these words that I'm saying are cheap. The application is needed. People will always be watching you. They'll always be looking for a flaw. But if you're of utmost integrity and you own your mistakes, you exemplify beauty, they're going to see genuine, and genuine will win over anyone. Promise. Okay, we're almost done. Okay, encourage the heart. I love this. Don't be a dope dealer, be a hope dealer. Isn't that funny? Don't be a dope dealer, be a hope dealer. Okay, a dope dealer. Don't be a drainer. Don't be an energy vampire. Don't tell people you can't do it. Don't tell people that you shouldn't do it. Don't tell people that your dreams are dumb, that you'll never achieve anything, that you're worthless, or good luck with that. You know what? Be a hope dealer. Go out there and say, that's pretty awesome. I never thought of that. I never thought that was possible. If anyone can do it, you can. Go out there and smile a little bit more. When you see that person going into the store, open up the door. Pay it forward. If you've been blessed monetarily, I ask you and challenge you to do glimpses of kindness, specks of hope in life. My daughter, one time we were in a store at Starbucks, and I paid for the person behind me. She's like, Mom, why'd you do that? You're giving away money. And I'm like, you know what? I don't know. Generosity, I guess. We were, going to 7-Eleven, and I was getting a cup of coffee. And at the corner of my eye, I saw, the Coke guy coming in with all this stuff. I was all the way out to my car, came all the way back, and opened up that door for that person. My daughter's like, why'd you do that? Man, you're really nice. And I'm like, you know why? Because that guy would have struggled. So I'm asking you as a leader to think ahead, 3 steps ahead. Be proactive, not reactive. Try to make a difference in someone's life in the smallest way possible by having situational awareness, understanding what's going around you, putting forth a little bit effort, extending a hand of kindness, giving a glass of water to someone that's thirsty, sending some food or buying some food to the homeless person. Instead of giving them a $20 bill, go pick them up and say, let's walk to the nearest store and let's have some lunch together. You never know a homeless person's struggle, so don't judge. You never know anyone's struggle, so don't judge. The pregnant girl that you see walking down the street, and you're like, man, that 14-year-old's pregnant. Oh my gosh, that 14-year-old girl that was pregnant was raped, and she chose to have that baby and not to abort it. That guy that you see in the supermarket with one leg, and you see the kids making fun of him, that guy lost his leg in war defending our country. That mom that has yucky clothes, stringed out hair, bad teeth, not doing anything with herself. Man, her husband just left her for the secretary. She has 6 kids she's raising by herself while trying to go to school and better herself. You never know someone's story and the tragedy or the triumph in their life. So get to know them, extend a hand. That's what leadership's about. Be a hope dealer, not a dope dealer. There was one thing in my life that really, really hurt me. And I won't go into it, but if it's in your power to act, I encourage you to act. Don't ever withhold something good for somebody else just because the good wasn't granted and given to you. By that meaning, don't shut out or hold or hurt somebody back just because it happened to you. It wasn't fair to you. Trust me, I know that. But it's not fair when you do that to someone else. Don't hold their blessings back just because blessings were held back from you. I humbly ask that of you as a leader. Okay, so what do leaders do? Okay, they develop good relationships, good, strong relationships. They equip others from a me to we mentality. Their attitude, they change their perspective and their thinking. They fundamentally reframe how they see things. They choose to have a good attitude. They have leadership. They develop themselves and they develop others. They encourage, they grow, they challenge, they care for people in ways that make other people evolve into the person who they're supposed to be. Remember, managers solve problems, leaders change lives. And then now we're going to end with the commitment portion. And yeah, I'm not going to ask for money or anything like that. Commitment, apply it to yourself, apply it to your life. I talked about a lot of things tonight: relationships, equipping, attitude, and leadership, how to be a real success. But all these words that I gave you tonight don't mean squat if you don't apply them to your life. If you don't help other people, if you aren't the role model with your actions and your words, if you don't let other people know that they mean something to you, that they matter, that you're in this for the we business, not the me business. I'm asking for a commitment to really change your life a little bit, change how you act and how you speak. And then if you do that, friend, you will so make an impact on somebody else. I know it. Your legacy, when you take your last breath, what do you want to be known for? Do you want to know the person that truly made a difference in this world for others, and a difference in your family, your core, and someone you don't even know because they're friends with friends and friends of someone else that you impacted their life? You will never know the difference you make, but if you commit now to doing your best, giving your best, speaking your best, and being your best, then I know you will make and be a real success in life. So, thank you for joining me tonight. Look, you matter. Sorry. Thank you for joining me tonight. I apologize if none of this made sense. I'm hoping some of it made sense, and I'm hoping that you had some small nugget of gold, of things that you're going to apply and do a brand new day. Tomorrow's a new day. 2018 is going to be a new year. What is your word of the year? Come on, mine's lift off, because all the things that I've done so far, I want to have a lift off in my life. My time is now. Your time is now. You matter. Thank you for being with me tonight. And I humbly, prayerfully ask you to commit to being a real success. Love you guys. Bye. I'm stopping the video now. Okay. I'm looking down.